to change the world. Viceland is a great channel. You've just gone stupid with these idiot people. Minus them from Asian aliens. What is pot and these uneducated dipshit asshole rappers got to do with ancient aliens? You morons.
Let me ask you something now. You don't work out, you don't do anything like that, but yet you can still do a handstand. We have a good buddy, Tyler, the motherfucking creator, in the building. Why is this joint not hitting the way I want it to? This is the beginning of a new time, man. Where is Maya? Maya. I tell you, everybody got a belief. That shit's crazy. Why you look at the answers? Ancient aliens is pretty much the best thing that was ever created by man. Traveling the stars, the statue plots and ancient aliens for a limited time only. All right, so we're watching Ancient Aliens, Unexplained Structures, man. You believe in this shit or what? You believe in aliens?
I don't know what the I'm doing here.
Just answer the question. Do you like aliens?
Yeah, they're sick.
Put it on.
Ancient stone fingers, reaching for the sky and stretching out over several miles.
People were basically one step removed from cavemen. We're quarrying these giant stones, some of them weighing 100, 200 tons.
His voice is sick.
50 tons.
Can you see him, the reveal?
He always gotta tell you some shit right there.
Were true. Did ancient aliens really help to shape our history? And if so, is there an extraterrestrial explanation for the Earth's most mysterious, unexplained structures?
Tell me what the hell. Floating questions. Isn't that what happened when you did DMT? You just saw mad questions? Bobby saw stupid questions in the air when he smoked it. You just saw like Mario Brothers, just
why?
like just question marks. And you just saw the word why. So many questions, man.
Şanlıurfa in southeastern Turkey.
Turkey.
That's my Turkish, man.
In 1994, on a dusty hilltop, a local shepherd noticed the tip of a stone sticking out of his
I
field.
feel you, bro.
He began to dig, eventually unearthing a 19-foot pillar. Its edges were precise, and rising from its center was a relief carving of a strange animal.
That's a lizard dog.
That's sick.
When word of the discovery reached the scientific community, one fact became obvious. A Kurdish shepherd had stumbled upon what is perhaps the most astonishing archaeological discovery in modern times, a site known as Göbekli Tepe.
For 13 years,
Where is this?
the German archaeology team
Turkey?
has been
Goodness
meticulously
gracious.
going into
I swear to God, man.
It has taken them 13 years to uncover only 5% of a gigantic civilization. They know what's under the ground. Circles upon circles upon circles, perfect circles in stone. And rising up out of those stone circles are huge sculpted columns, 19 feet high.
There could be serious ramifications if the gods are hearing.
Test results have supported the idea that Göbekli Tepe is nearly 12,000 years old.
Who the f named it that? Isn't that crazy? Some nigga just named it that.
Mad Turkish.
Göbekli Tepe.
Of civilization.
In Göbekli Tepe, the oldest advanced site now on our planet.
How was this done? What's the background to this? We don't know who made them. They just come out of the darkness of the last ice age, where we know nothing, and enter the stage of history already fully formed.
Damn, his sick accent make him sound dumb smart.
And to my mind, this is
what it's all about.
Of a major.
Oh, this is so upsetting, man. You don't even know. It's hitting, but it's just not hitting evenly. It's really angering me.
Radically changed.
Göbekli Tepe.
To put things into perspective, Göbekli Tepe is 12,000 years old. That is several thousand years earlier in
This will be a tight stage setup.
Stonehenge.
Redo Stonehenge on stage.
Oh, and come out as a rock?
And indeed, according to biblical tradition, the world really began in 4000 BC, and yet that is 8,000 years later than the foundation of Göbekli Tepe. So clearly we have here something that contradicts our normal understanding of the evolution of civilization.
Is it evolution or evolution?
13 years of digging.
Which one?
Archaeologists investigating
I think it's the accent, probably.
have failed
The first one you
to
said.
a single stone cutting tool, nor have they found any agricultural implements.
How in the world can you contemplate 19-foot tall, perfectly sculpted columns that are 11 to 12,000 years old?
Them niggas built it.
Tools.
The mystery of Göbekli Tepe is further compounded by the ancient stone carvings found throughout the site. They depict creatures like wild boars,
Malamute.
geese,
Geese.
We see various types of creatures, different animals,
That's crazy.
birds, insects, and even abstract human forms that seem to come together to create this very
It's not
weird
that crazy.
imagery.
I know, they try to make it sound like
Yeah, it's like, nigga, we don't know what was popping off back then.
Like, you just trying to discredit man for everything.
Damn,
Come on.
it's an animal. Like, maybe it was animals.
Like, nobody was
It's
civilized
not
back
that
then,
deep.
right? Like, there couldn't have been no civilization, right?
It was an insect, nigga.
That's the whole point. They don't know that.
But that's how they
Everyone thinks
assume.
that they assume that there wasn't.
You can't have no credit. Like, they try to make it
They're
sound
trying to prove the point that there was, that these people were sophisticated, that there was crazy types of technology before
But the
us.
problem is, they looking
Proving
for
is that we don't know shit.
You see
We
what I'm
don't
saying,
know
though?
nothing. We can never
They look,
prove it.
yeah, that's what it
We'll
is.
never know.
They denying it because there's no
We're
documentation.
never gonna know.
Who has the answers?
located less than 350 miles from Mount Ararat, the site many biblical...
There was a cute girl in my class in 8th grade from Turkey.
Noah's Ark.
You had situations with her?
Nah, every time she said she was from Turkey, though, we was like, what the f*** are you talking about? And then we looked it up on the map and was shocked.
Of a totally different...
Then there was another girl who kept saying she was from Georgia because she had an accent. I'm like, bitch, you don't sound like you from Atlanta. And then we looked it up, and it's like another place like
There's other
in
places in
Europe.
Georgia besides Atlanta.
You know,
No, in Europe.
Soviet Union.
Oh, Georgia. Oh, Georgia.
A great
Georgia.
flood which destroyed
Balkan.
an earlier civilization.
Man.
Researchers theorize
Slavic
the
region.
events
The former Soviet Union.
Slavic.
No.
Who has the answers?
But another, perhaps even more profound question remains. Who built Göbekli Tepe?
No one, we don't know.
And how did such an ancient site remain in nearly pristine condition for more than 10,000 years?
That's crazy.
That's the crazy
That's the crazy part. How that shit stay off so long. Am I right?
That's the crazy
It never
part.
went soft. It stayed up.
It stayed
You know what I'm
hard.
saying?
It was never not hard.
But why would the area's inhabitants carefully bury their monuments under 20 feet of sand? Is it possible that Göbekli Tepe was deliberately buried in order to protect it from invaders?
Yeah.
Or might the intention have been to preserve it in hope someday to return?
You have to ask yourself,
These dramatic drops are crazy.
why is someone building these massive
Every time I see these structures, it blows my mind.
are very similar? It leads us to think that there is some connection between all these ancient sites, that the builders were all doing it for a similar purpose.
I gotta be honest, I feel like we have to have a field trip to all of these sites. I feel like we have to have a field trip to every single one of these ancient ruins. What do you think?
Absolutely. I like your new microphone. Thank you. Bobby Brown-esque.
Yo, Bobby Brown had a concert 2 weeks ago. Nigga was charging $90.
Did you go?
No. $90? You know what you could do with that?
Tell me.
A lot.
It's his prerogative, kid. He's been here a long time.
Hey, I could put anything on this camera. All right. What are you doing right now? He pro nigga.
You're a good filmer, man. Woo!
I'm trash.
You're killing it. I fuck with you.
This is scary. This is really scary.
So sick.
I do see a similarity across the globe from megalithic sites where these past cultures explain that they were built by the gods. But were they really gods? Or could they have been extraterrestrials?
Perhaps the answers can be found by examining another ancient site, one located half a world away. Peru, home of the world's longest mountain range, the Andes, the spine.
Y'all like Andes candy?
Come on, you already know we got on the same page with that.
Come on, baby girl. Junior mints, Yorks. Y'all niggas is playing. I just hate that they always use mint with dark chocolate.
Me
Maybe
too.
I want milk.
Me too.
Maybe I want milk. You feel me?
World.
Among peaks towering over 20,000 feet, the Inca established their
Oh, the Incas, the Inca.
Cusco, which thrived for over 300 years. Until Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century.
Hey,
Above Cusco,
European
an elevation of
evil.
They were wildin'. Crazy shit. They were wildin'. It's a different time.
Haters.
They just popped up.
Little dick mother. We gotta stick together.
This is true, man. Word up, man.
Yeah.
Word up, you know what I'm saying?
At an elevation of more than 12,000 feet, looms the ancient fortress of Sacsayhuaman, whose immense stone walls may hold secrets which predate the Inca themselves.
The Inca structures sit on top of much more ancient rock-cut structures and megalithic structures that we just don't know.
Megalithic. I've never heard that word in my life.
Next level.
It's simple, but next level.
That's crazy. What is it? What's the definition?
Something massive and
Relating to blah blah blah. Oh, prehistoric. Oh wow. Yeah.
something old and extreme.
Megalith means it's a
That's
large
basically
stone
what
that's
the
been
word
used to
sounds
construct a structure or monument. Mega, did you hear what I said?
We could have figured that one out without Google, right?
No, yeah, we could have.
Like many Inca sites, Sacsayhuaman features astonishing stonework, but not all of it credited to the Inca. According to conventional archaeology, the Quilqué culture built the older sections of the site approximately 1,000 years ago. But the Inca themselves believed the site was constructed by an earlier unnamed race of people, led by a powerful god who descended from the skies.
What is this shit?
Smell it. Let me know what you think. I want to know. Sample.
Ah!
Smell it. What's it smell like? What does it smell like? First thing come to your mind. Smell it, smell it, smell it.
Lemon massage.
That's what it's called.
Oh, lemonade. Okay.
See if another one. Don't read it.
Don't read it?
Come on. Smell it, smell it, smell it.
You'll never guess the name of this one.
I don't know if it smells like mint or Campbell's soup.
How about Overlord?
Overlord?
What is the smell of Overlord? This one's called? Yeah, Overlord.
Okay, I accidentally looked at that.
Smell it, smell it.
Throughout time, there has been witness to a god named Viracocha that visited the South American people and blessed them and gave them all types of technology. And some of his physical characteristics make him stand out from the indigenous population because he was a very tall, pale-skinned, white-haired being.
A very tall, pale-skinned, white-haired being?
Actually exist. Could he have been, as ancient astronaut theorists suggest, a visitor from an alien world?
The nigga was just albino.
It might help to explain just how the ancient site was constructed.
Tyler,
Yeah.
you want a pedicure?
Oh, just a manicure.
Manicure.
I got one in 2 weeks. My shit's disgusting.
Oh, we have Valerie back. Hello. Valerie! She's back. She did an unbelievable job on these feet.
Yeah,
Now she's about to do your hands.
yeah.
How often do you get your hands done?
Like twice a month. Every 2 weeks.
I f with
Try
that.
to stay clean, smell like Chanel all the time, keep a little lineup going. You feel me? Keep a fresh tee, nice clean socks. Nah, rock, baby, you feel me?
That's tight, man. You look out for it.
Chill, chill, chill. Don't you? With the laughy chat. I think he's doing pretty well. I'm usually upset by this point. Nothing. It's a perfect score so far. Check that out.
What is that?
Regular.
What am I watching? Your face, because it's zoomed in on here.
Shaman Jorge Delgado has spent most of his life studying the mysterious structures of Peru, many built prior to the rise of the Inca Empire.
It's amazing, all the weight of the storms. You know, it's difficult, definitely, for any human to move, even in groups. And the other aspect is how it's put together.
According to local legend, a bird was responsible for the seamless construction. Legends say the winged creature carried a powerful chemical in its beak, a substance capable of melting stone.
Sacsayhuaman means the head of the falcon. Falcon's head.
What the f*** are we looking at?
But maybe it was some falcons, or maybe some bird people who could connect with.
Yo, this nigga crazy. He said, it looks like a falcon's head, but maybe, just maybe, it was a falcon's head. Or a bird that some people would think is a falcon.
But is it possible, as ancient astronaut theorists suggest, that the mythical bird might actually have been a spacecraft, piloted by alien visitors known to the locals as Space Brothers?
You gotta stick that.
I believe that it's a combination.
Yo, you think they got manicures back then somehow?
I think they had manicures back then.
I feel like hygiene wasn't a thing till the 30s.
I'll tell you, hygiene still isn't a thing in parts of France.
Oh my God, it stinks out there.
Yeah.
What about parts of Williamsburg?
It's consistently rank.
This rock weighs about 20 tons. This is minuscule compared to many of the rocks at Sacsayhuaman. Today we have heavy machinery to move such stones, but in the ancient times, especially the Inca, they would have used massive human workforces working for massive amounts of time. A rule of thumb is it takes about 10 to 20 men to move a 1-ton rock. So when you're talking hundreds of tons, you're talking thousands of men.
You guys want to get face tats?
I would right now. Bring them
I
in.
want a full adult fire truck right here.
That's fire.
Yeah, dude, no pun intended.
I was thinking about getting an eagle, holding a snake, fighting with a dragon. It's actually called the Battle Royale. Someone would usually get it on their back or their front, but getting it on my face would be the most next level thing I think you could do.
God.
Battle Royale on the cheek.
Wow, that's so sick. What would you get?
Baby Battle Royale. A sword.
That's it?
Just gonna get a sword tatted on my face.
Oh shit, that was really underwhelming. Oh man.
That's it. Just a sword.
Okay.
What we see is a culture. We've got the technology to quarry giant blocks of stone, move them to the site where they want to build, and then to stack and cut and articulate these massive blocks into, in some cases, almost indestructible structure.
That's actually crazy though. I was making that shit back then. You know what else is crazy? Like, we have all these cars and technology and shit, but forever we've had the same, like, materials and, like, resources. It's just,
same
we start figuring shit out more.
It's crazy.
Like, it's the same stuff that they had when they was making that and we have now.
Same shit, same man-made stuff.
I just think we got dumber over the years. That's my theory.
I think motherfuckers just got too comfortable.
Now, the brain was probably stronger, but technology made it where we didn't need that shit anymore. Like, you start getting more technology, the muscles, your brain becomes lazy.
I don't know.
But they got like new games, like you can do like Sudoku. We could train your brain to make it harder.
After all these years of humans switching, it's like it's gonna take.
You can make your brain really hard with the Sudoku.
I don't discount human ingenuity, but that type of engineering that we still can't duplicate today must raise a flag for further consideration. It's almost extraterrestrial in a sense. Someone had to have taught them these techniques.
Get a close-up on these Hey, baby. Yes. Oh, my God, bitch. Oh, my my God. Oh, God.
Can you bring this out there? This is a UV.
The one that I got?
No, that's one they got here.
Did you, how was it you got the house?
Amazing.
Did?
Same thing.
Did you check the floor for the pee-pee?
I checked floor for pee-pee, poo-poo, and semen.
Nothing?
All over the place. But very little stains. Checking people for stains. You good? What's going on there? What's this? What is all this? Oh! Your man got it all over his own shirt!
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're clean. Yeah. These jeans look like they've been on since 84. Let me see something. You okay? All right, no stains. No stains. Hey, where's the stains? I'm good. Whoa, whoa.
Hello.
You're just walking into us. What are you doing?
Sorry. I'm just trying to get my bearings.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Come here, give me a hug. How you doing?
Everything's good. How's it going with you? Are you getting your nails done?
Mm-hmm.
And how's the shoot been going?
Wait, what the is this? What is this? Who's controlling this?
Tyler, I am Fatima, the Director of Standards and Practices for Viceland. So while you're on the show...
I can't breathe.
Okay, so yeah, we might have to bleep that word.
It's no oxygen in here. Stop smiling at me.
Who's he talking to?
Why do people like to bite their nails?
I bite my nails, but I don't do it till it's bleeding. I just like when it's dummy thick.
Yeah, you just get a little bit off. I used to cut it all the way down to where it like bled.
That's because you're weird.
There's no doubt, it's inherited.
God, your eyes are gorgeous.
Thanks, man.
Shit.
Few sites on Earth are as majestic or as treacherous as the jagged region of Brittany located on the northwest coastline of France. Here can be found the legendary Karnak stones, a collection of over 3,000 massive rocks, arranged in rows and other shapes, and spreading across more than 2 miles of French countryside.
You ever just look in his eyes sometime?
Never.
You never look. Let me know. What's your phone background? What is the background of that? What is the background of that?
It's too crazy, though, man.
He's too straight, and it's weirding me out. He get nervous. He moving his arms weird. Yo, you ever notice your homie that you're with every day eyes? Never.
Never seen his eyes ever. We look at the floor when we talk.
What's around here to eat?
Can we get some menus?
I can eat fat. Like, is there a Wendy's nearby or something?
I'll take a Frosty.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing that implying that it
I
could
want
be.
Wendy's. I want a Frosty for sure.
Okay, I understand.
We're talking thousands of stones that are aligned in straight rows, aligned in circles, aligned in squares and rectangles. Why are people doing this? Why are they putting so much time and energy into something? And the short answer, I believe, is that we really don't know.
Maybe that was the illest thing they could do is just move big things.
Just move and make shapes.
The most impressive thing they could do.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like how you said, they used different tools that took bad long and bad people to do it.
Like that was the
They
most.
could have made like one piece of rope to hold, and
So
then
it was
10 guys
impressive.
pulled the rope.
And even the people back then couldn't believe it. That makes sense to you? 10 guys pulled the rope for 20 tons?
That's 20 tons, so
How many
multiply
tons?
it. Multiply it then. Maybe it was 1,000 people there. You ever heard of a secret civilization, like, you know, on the Lost City?
But how did they shape that rock so perfectly is the question. How did Michelangelo paint the Sistine Chapel? Well, there's many, it's been documented how he's painted
The cameraman was there.
What do you mean? It's in texts. Michelangelo's art, he's been...
But the history of it.
He's published. Ancient Aliens ain't published. Whoever built the pyramids and whoever built these wild things, no one knows who did that.
True.
According to local legend, the megaliths were originally invading Roman soldiers, turned to stone by Merlin the magician. But if it wasn't magic that created this forest of stones, who or what did?
Modern archaeologists would say that people who were one step removed from cavemen were quarrying these giant stones, some of them weighing 100, 200 tons, even up to 350 tons. and then somehow moving them into place. When you first look at the stones here at Karnak,
Damn, it's the shiniest motherfucker right now.
but on closer examination, you can see that most of the stones have
What's that, almond?
one side or
almond
another.
oil,
Oh.
In fact, these great megaliths are magnetized. And nearly
I love that stuff.
come to a point. It wasn't until we were able to see these stones from above in a helicopter that we realized that Karnak was meant to be seen from the sky above us.
Yo, nigga, I had a funnel cake yesterday that tasted like the greatest bridge ever, or like that tasted like the most beautiful person ever, or like a cloud. I can't explain it. Like I was sitting there like, what the this is life?
If you ate that every day, you would die in like 2 years.
I can't explain it.
It's almost extraterrestrial in some sense.
I could put anything on this camera. All right.
We're back. Viceland, Ancient Aliens. Roy Choi in the building. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for this. I've been dying. What is that?
That's the Blue Moon Molitas, like a tortilla sandwich.
With?
Chicken, blueberry, habanero sauce.
Ooh, that's what I thought.
Friday. Wet burrito, quesadillas.
Roy Choi, Kogi truck, salute, A-frames, LA shit, man. Salute. I'm looking at your book for inspiration for mine. Yeah. You're one of my idols. I gotta go.
All right. Thank you so much for the chicken.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Gigantic triangles made of stone. Geomagnetic phenomenon. The possibility of an extraterrestrial encounter with humans thousands of years ago. But if alien visitors did touch down at Karnak, where else did they land? And where did they come from? Perhaps a recently discovered archaeological site in Armenia will provide the answer.
The Wendy's is here?
This is Karahunj, also known as the Armenian Stonehenge. Estimated to be approximately 7,500 years old, Karahunj predates the British Stonehenge by more than 4,500
Oh shit,
years.
it's a trampoline here.
The site is made of 203 slabs of basalt. At the structure's center stands the stone circle, or henge.
The Armenian Stonehenge also has some interesting carved wall reliefs that show humanoid-looking beings. Now, many people have speculated that these could be possibly extraterrestrial. We look at the very bulbous-shaped head, slanted eyes, very similar to what we see in a modern-day gray alien.
Think about that.
Look at the eyes.
The type of labor,
of the head.
intensive process to get anything into stone.
What's interesting in
These people took the time out to carve this type of depictions.
Type of a disc.
Know how long it takes to sketch something perfectly?
You know what I mean?
You know how many times they probably messed up?
Like, you can't f up. That's the thing. You can't
Three-quarters
f up.
through?
How did they fit? It's perfect. You can't fit. It's... Taking a dab with the mic. He's doing an infomercial.
When most people hear of Stonehenges, they think of the Stonehenge in England, but there are hundreds of these henges or stone circles scattered all across Europe. What they were and how they were used is still a mystery.
Mainstream archaeology still doesn't agree on who
lived there or who the builders were of that site. What we do know, though, is that the entire site is definitely a part of some type of an astronomical model.
What's your favorite album, Action Bronson?
Santana, Broxness.
What do you like? What's your favorite album?
Biz Marquee. The biz is going off.
What about yours?
Voodoo.
Yeah, no?
That's my second.
Yeah, I bought that when I was 9 for my birthday.
Boom, 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 boom.
Did ancient astronauts really use Karahunj as some sort of landing site or early portal? If so, what secrets did they leave behind? And could they still be helping to create stone monoliths, even in our own time?
All right, Tyler, out of here.
Wait, you just gonna kick me out?
No, no, just do you want the rest of the sandwich or not?
No.
All right, so then, I mean, it was great seeing you.
Oh, y'all stink anyway. Both of you guys. This is like the archetype of all movie characters. You think the black dude don't talk to him. He's just there for affirmative action.
You know what I'm saying?
The big, the really smart one and shit who kind of leads the shit. And you got this.
He don't even know where to place me.
Can you guys make me exit cool? I want to be on fire.
I'm on fire.
I'm burning. Can a bunch of birds attack me instead? Like full on attack the out of me. Okay, you ready? Yeah, birds. It's a bunch of birds digitally attacking me. Put me on fire. Now I'm on fire. Oh my God, no. Y'all can't that up. If it comes out trash, it's on them.
We're hanging out. This is the crib. I have no underwear on. I'm just wearing shorts. That's how you know I'm at the crib. These are my boxers right now.
What's interesting in this carving right here, those extraterrestrials are holding some type of a disc. You've got this sphere that's sort of just
do me a favor?
there in midair.
While I'm hitting it, just do this to it. You gotta like shake it so it's like the entrance music. There you go.
Keep that's how it is. It's like you're making a beat.
You know how much better that tasted because of that?
Really?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because again, this is a human rendering of something that they witnessed a long time ago. And it had to have been compelling enough for them to carve this into stone. If aliens visited Earth in ancient times, perhaps the world's unexplained structures provide clues to unlocking not only the secrets of our past, but a glimpse into our future.
I think that extraterrestrials would not have left our solar system some thousands of years ago without any proof. They wanted that in the far future we start to reflect. Have we been visited by outer space?
Perhaps additional clues still lie hidden, etched on even more massive stones, and waiting to be discovered right before our eyes.
I love this. There's so many places that are still yet to be uncovered, man. There's so many places. How crazy would it be if we found some shit like...
I don't know the premise of this show today, I'm not gonna lie.
Let me explain it to you.
Each people.
These are unexplained structures around the world. Okay? We don't know what the happened. We don't know why they're there, how they got there, how they've been pristinely kept. We don't know who made them. We don't know the time period. We don't know pretty much a thing. So pretty much this is just starting our brains to try and grasp and theorize with them in what really might have happened. Does anyone really give a what happened? Does anyone care about what happened in the past?
No.
Do you want to know why you're here?
No, you do care
Stop,
about the
wait.
past.
Do you care about why you're here on this earth?
Of course.
Do you?
Everybody does.
Do you care about why you're here?
A small part of me does.
I do. I'm not gonna lie, man. I need to know purpose of things.
You need to know the purpose. Are you going to spend the rest of your life searching?
No. What I say is like, look,
I'm not gonna do that.
as you live life and as you're living, knowledge will come to you and you'll meet people and that's how, knowledge will get passed. But I'm not gonna sit there and focus my life on the past. That's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be moving, and as you move, pieces over to the puzzle gonna go,
That's right. That's right.
My thing is, if I can't see it and you're not showing it to me, there's no proof.
Yeah, that's like, Well, if you could tell me what happened tomorrow, that would blow my mind. Then I'll say you're the man.
Yeah.
I don't even need to go to casinos, bro. I gamble with my life every day.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. That's how you deliver a statement on television.
Change the world.
Great day, guys.
Killed it.
Great day, guys.
Killed it.
Great day, guys.
Killed it.
Yep, birds.
Great day, guys.
Killed it.
Answer the question. Great day, guys.
Killed it.
Yep, birds.
Great day, guys. Look at my hand. Look at how shiny that shit is. I love that stuff.
I don't even need to go to casinos, bro. I gamble with my life every day.